Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 4 of Transport Fever River Delta. Today, I wanted to set us up with like a cool train spotting start. I guess we got this one. This is all right. This is one of our new 440 types. That we just installed on the South Haven Railroad, number 4420, bringing food from the Grainer and Sons Sustenance Company to West Haven. Let me just do some audio settings, because I've been having some weird mic stuff. Okay, perfect. So we've been having some issues with the trains crossing the bridge. For some reason, they're getting backed up here, and they shouldn't be. And it's because Chris didn't signal the bridge. Yay! Let's signal the bridge so we can actually have traffic moving over here. Because we want this steel and all this stuff moving over in as efficient a manner as possible, because this bridge is going to get completely clogged with trains. As we can see, we have 2 food trains, we got a steel train, there's going to be coal trains coming out the other way. It's going to be great. Okay, apparently I already have 3 viewers, but I gotta refresh the chat so I can see. Oh, nope, I only have 1. Okay. But yeah. So right now we're just kind of observing this the junction of the bridge, the west or north junction, I should say. There's a lot of double-headed consolidations. They're going to be the workhorse for a while, probably until the 1890s or even early 1900s. What are you? You're lumber. Okay. Last time we were working on our oil line also. So this is going to be the refinery train to the plastic, and I believe this is also a refinery train going to the plastic. They're spacing each other out naturally. Okay, let's figure out what we're gonna do today, because there is plenty to accomplish. The steel mill is in full swing. Now that we fixed the bridge up a little bit, I think it'll behave as it should. Let's actually put a signal here. We'll put one here, and now the line is completely. This junction is good. So there were a couple things I wanted to fix that I noticed in the last episode, namely the Lumpy Junction at this spot here. Thing is, it doesn't look lumpy, but it is. See, if you look at it from this way, there's a lump. So we're gonna we're actually gonna pause this, because we don't want too much happening while we're fixing this. So we're gonna pull it back a little bit, and it's not gonna let me do it, is it? Okay. Okay, and then we do this, right? We delete this, and then we go down here, right? Yeah, so it's just on an uphill. And then we bring this across. What is going on? That was a crossover before. How do we do this? Oh, right, yeah, because this comes over here. And now it's not lumpy. As they say in the Juice Discord, we love to see it. Okay, so Lumpy Junction is complete. Basically, there is just so much happening here. The Shoreport food train is making money, but not enough. I'm having some problems with the wheat So the trains are both too numerous and too slow at the same time. So they've somehow managed to pick up all of the wheat. And wait a second, something's wrong here. These two shouldn't be on the same line. What's going on? Grain 2, go in Terminal 2. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Also, there apparently is some other thing going down here. Oh, I broke it. Oh, I just got a follower. Who was that? Oh, shoot. Because I have it on 2 screens, so I can never see who followed. Oh, it was Liz. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, let's fix this grain train, because no, not airplanes. You silly goose. You don't even get to be a silly goose. You're just a goose. Because you want to go in there and then come in here. Okay, this is all wacky. I'm Mr. Wacky. Okay, hang on. When we come back, we go down here. Fixing lines is probably not my most favorite thing to do here. Then we do this, and that did nothing. And then, like, it shouldn't be doing that. Oh, you know what? I think it's because there's a signal somewhere down here. Yeah, this signal is what's doing it. Yep. There we go. One band. One band. One band. One band. Beautiful. Okay. I'm Mr. Wacky. Look at me. Yeah, that's a reference to this news broadcast that where this dude is just like, when we're talking about inflation, what do we think about? What do we think about when we're talking about inflation? And he's like going up to all these people. They're at like this inflatable balloon convention, and it's just like you know, he goes up to all the people who are there at like 6 in the morning, and it's just like, he's like, what kind of fun are we gonna have here today? Like, what kind of fun are you looking for? And they're all just like, bro, like, I don't know how to answer that. Like, you know, like, what kind of question is that? And then, like, eventually he's like, okay, everybody, repeat after me. Abracadabra, 1, 2, 3. Now it's time to see what we see. And I just think that's hilarious because it makes no sense whatsoever. Okay. I want to just kind of observe the oil line for a little bit. In fact, we'll take a train ride because I want to see what's broken and what's not broken. Because there are currently 8 trains running on this line, and also we need to rename, before we do the train ride, we're going to rename this from Aldel West to the Shoreport Environmental Protective Agency, and we're going to ride the train for a little bit. So currently this is pulled by another one of the Lay and Mahoney consolidations, which are a default train. It's not a mod, and all the cars are a mod except for the caboose at the end. Basically, for those who didn't see, I got a ding. What was the ding? Oh, yay! Thanks for hosting. Yeah, so basically, this oil train is serving the plastic delivery to the West Haven hub. And Merton Esper says, I just had to sell a train off. 2 passenger trains and one wasn't leaving more than half full. My question to you about that is, how many years went by before you did that? Because generally, if you watch like Let's Plays of people who aren't like, like doing it the way I'm doing it, where it's more of like it was 30 years old? Wow. Yeah. Okay, that's fair. I mean, the thing about passenger trains in this game is the ticket prices are so steep, it's almost like, I don't know. I mean, I have like a bunch of weird mods that I may or may not delete in the next episode, and one of them is a fill every seat mod. So each carriage has like a 75 capacity, and it's like it's never going to be full. And if it is full, it's going to be making like $5 million a trip. So, I mean, I maybe I'm not the best person to ask about tips and stuff, because I'm more of like an artsy player, but I would say like if freight trains are doing that, that's a problem. Passenger trains, it's like, that's how real life is. I'll get on the T and it'll just be like, I'll have an entire car to myself and it's awesome. But it's like, I mean, not usually. Usually they're like pretty full, depending on the hours. But okay, so now we're coming up on the Refinery Junction. Basically, all the trains that come through here, the refinery train, the one that's just peeling out right now, we're gonna pass the return, I believe. No, that's a refinery train too. So they go in there and they bring all the refined oil from the refinery to where it needs to go to be made into plastic. Oh yeah, Transport Tycoon. That's an oldie but a goodie. I really like the views of this oil line. Like, you can just see the bridge and all the activity going across it. Yeah, I mean, the thing about Transport Fever is there's just so many ways to play this game, and like, there's no right way to play. If you're an efficiency hawk, then cool. You can make this game as efficient as possible. Are you a realism person? Sure, you could do that, but you're not going to make any money. Are you a creative person? Sure, but it's like you might not get the same results as if you were playing for profit, if that makes sense. Like, for example, in 1880, there is absolutely no reason why there should be multiple double headers and trains with like helper engines and like 20 car long, like that's just because I have mods that make the base level industries produce so much stuff that like it doesn't matter how many cars I put on, like it'll still be full. You're in 1895 currently. Nice. I mean, yeah, with those, like, I don't know, with passenger trains, I do think, like, there is some, like, weirdness that goes on. Like, I think, like, it's cool how, like, the people prefer your transit to other means, but, I think they really need to make it so it's like, oh, there is a train, no car. Or just have the cars be like, AI people that wouldn't use the train anyway, which I guess they kind of already did, but I don't think they should be in the same category as people who use the transport. The true trains were doing okay. After a while, profits just went down. Yeah, I mean, I suppose that happens, Alright, I think we've figured out that this line is in working order. My question is, oh, here goes the first plastic train that we made last time. Right now it is empty, but that is okay. You know, now you've got me paranoid. Now I need to check my profits. Alright, balance. What's doing badly? The iron trains. Why? They should be making millions. Whenever I see downturns in profits, my first instinct is always, oh my god, they're all stuck. And that's exactly what's happening. They're literally all stuck. But, so we're actually going to put a signal here. And, we're going to... Oh god, this is some spaghetti. Oh wow, we just lost a bunch of frame rate for a second. Sorry about that. Like, I honestly don't expect these trains to ever make a profit. It's more about the function that they serve in universe, if that makes sense. Like, for example, the town of Aldale, you know, most of them work at the steel mill, despite the game proving otherwise. Also, people from Groningen and Winterway and, you know, wherever. Yeah, so, but there are also people who, you know, live in Shoreport who work at the steel mill, or just in Aldale, because, you know, you need to do restaurants and that sort of business. So there is a passenger train that conveniently runs to and fro from Shoreport. I think I know what we're going to do today. We are going to connect Canyon Valley with Groningen. But why? Because. Alright. Oh, you know what? So we actually don't need to get... Actually, we are going to get fancy. Because everybody likes fancy sometimes. Some people don't like it, but, you know. Alright, let's do... I want to find one that, like, fits in the station. So that's 750 millimeters. And that's 686 millimeters. And that's so, like... Alright, is this... this is tram track, you say? Alright, let's run some tests. What's the track gauge looking like? Nope, those don't line up. Oh yeah, we're gonna go super fancy because this is going to be a narrow gauge railroad. Ooh. Okay, now the question is how the hell do we get out of here? The other way, maybe, right? Yes. So we're going to have this pretty much immediately start peeling up. And because it's narrow gauge, we can get away with, like, turns that would otherwise be far too tight for anybody. Then we come up. I don't think this is gonna work. No way. No way, friendo. Yeah. I don't know why I thought I could get away with that. But maybe we can if we just keep the angle super steep. And we just have it peel up like that. It's really taken out this mountain. Then... Nope, it wants to do a crossover. Oh, hang on. Can we do this? Bridge pillar collision. No, don't do it. Don't do that. There we go. See, what did I tell you? Fancy. Yeah, except the way you did it, there's literally no way that it's gonna work. Unless I mean, this isn't exactly cheating, it's more just like bending the game mechanics to my will. Too much slope. Please remove the road. Still too much slope. Yar, matey. Alright, let's try deleting that, and then... Can you do it now? No. This is literally the tightest turn I can possibly make. Well, it's like, because I don't want to do, like, tunnel junctions and all that nonsense, so we're actually going to do it again. Because these trains are, like, super, like, they're like baby trains, so, like, they don't need to, like, fit all the way into the station. Because they're going to be, like a long... There we go! Hooray! Oh, no, you broke it. Okay, here we go. Yay! Okay, now, I'm going to double track it. The question I'm going to have later, though, is, does it look good? Because that is almost more of an important question where we're at. Okay, so it really does not want to do that corner. So maybe we went on the wrong side. Maybe we should go on the other side. Because actually that makes sense. Because if that's the sharpest possible turn we could make, how could we make a turn sharper than that? The answer is, you can't. Now, drop her down. There we go. Come down like this. Actually, yeah, we're gonna straighten this out. Bridge her over. Put in a little bridge. And then... Right. Now we'll just have a nice smooth downhill. I just realized I haven't had my coffee yet. And that's going to be necessary eventually. Wow, look at this little oval. Get out of there, oval. Grannies. Please cross over. I think in, like, you know, the 1950s or so, when, you know, narrow gauge rail has had its heyday and there are buses that can literally go faster than the trains, this is eventually just going to become, boom, like a bus service. But it's 1880, so we don't need to worry about that. No, I'm gonna come over here, cross over, switcheroo, there we go. Oh wow, look at all the views. This is going to be a really cool line to go down. Okay, so this is Canyon Valley and Groningen. So this isn't actually really connected to any of the networks. Like, it's just shy of Winterway, and it's kind of independent from the South Haven network. So this, as it stands now, I think, like if the line is extremely unprofitable, the South Haven Railroad is going to buy it. But for now, we're going to call this the CV and G Pax narrow gauge. And now we need our little landscaper. Then we get our buildings. We put a little Alright, well, here, we'll just do this. Alright. Narrow gauge, please. Not broad gauge, because that wouldn't fit. So, these are going to be gold. Now we're going to come to passenger. Do we have the narrow gauge coaches yet? We have the broad gauge, but we don't have the narrow gauge for some reason. 48 capacity, 2 should be enough. Alright. 4, 5. Okay, so these are numbers. Oops. CV and G. Canyon, or number 406, and CV and G, number 407. We're going to put these on the, oh, I didn't do the line. Okay, Chris needs coffee. He hasn't had coffee yet. So, what? Okay, I guess we can't, ride on these. So we'll do the next best thing. We'll follow along. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I'm sure there will be some sort of narrow gauge train that comes out, because I have some diesels too that will be probably have better cameras. And I also have some like German like 210-2 narrow gauge engines, as I mentioned before, but I don't know when those come out. It's probably like anywhere between 1920 and like 1945. The real thing I'm looking forward to seeing is the giant trains next to the smallest trains. I think that's going to be slightly comedic. Also, I'm tired of Grannies. We're naming it Groningen. That was a joke that only I get. Okay, so, the narrow gauge line is complete. Do we have plastic? Shipment 0? What do you mean shipment is 0? Well, there's nothing waiting. Oh god, I don't want to like make weird additions to anything here, because I'm just gonna have to do it again. And I don't really wanna... Oh, well, actually, maybe I could get away with it if I do this. Alright, how close to this tunnel can I get this passing loop before it collides? Right there. Is that long enough? Yes, I think it should be, because we have 15 cars and 15 restless riders. Finally! Okay, I finally got to make the Arlo Guthrie reference. Ooh, lumber train, you're killing it. But, oh, now I remember. Lumber is fine. Oil is semi okay. Oh, wait. Oh my god, I'm getting so distracted. We haven't even gotten, like, into the episode yet. Okay, so this is already double-tracked for the most part. I don't know why I didn't double-track this bridge. It's a bit of a confusing conundrum, but why don't we wait at the end of this tunnel for our double-headed boy to come. I like to change it up, you know. Have one facing forward, one facing backward. It was rare, but 15, 46, 14. If anybody's curious what the numbers mean, this locomotive is an oh geez, the grass is in the way. This locomotive is an 064. That means there's, hang on, stop. Okay, there's 0 wheels in the front, 6 driving wheels, and 4 wheels, though they're very spaced out. You could almost call this an 062 plus 2, but I'm not going to do that because that's dumb. An 064. Yeah, so the G-class locomotive, as per South Haven and River Delta locomotive classification, designates a 460 wheel arrangement. But if 064 is just a 460 backwards, so it gets the G-class. So this is the G1, and it gets the designation 46. Because it's 460, and then the next one is 4601, 4602, and so on. Off you go. Also, I loathe to think where your twin just appeared. Oh, at the steel mill, right, I forgot. Yeah, I had to put a depot at the steel mill for, like, the Midland sort of stuff because, you know, Shoptown, while useful and pretty all the way in its little, nice little corner, is way too far away from the action in most cases. So, what are we doing today? I don't think there needs to be a goods factory here, because there's a goods factory there, and, you know, I mean, well, so it can bring machines down here, bring goods back the other way. That's steel mill concern, but there's a goods factory here. Why? This is dumb. Leave. Goodbye. Yeah. I mean, we could go from Golden Goose to Springwell, continue to West Haven. Why don't we do that? That seems fun. And we like to have fun on this channel. And we don't do anything else except have fun. Can we bridge it? Please, Bridget, please. Bridget, come on, I need you. Alright. Goodbye, road. No. Oh my god, I hate the AI. Bridge pillar collision with what? A house? No way. How steep is that? Too steep. Everyone wants a railway to be flat, but in real life, and in many cases, railways are more roller coaster-ish than people usually would assume. Let's do this. Let's do green. Yeah. West Haven. Cutting edge technology here. But I think I picked the one that doesn't have pillars, so I don't want that. Oh, please do it. There we go. Oh, no, I didn't. There's some pillars. Alright, just straight on across. Yeah. Oh, mama, that's a good one. Oh, I'm getting the tinglies. That's a bridge. That's a mighty fine bridge. And just to expand passenger expansion, as they say, we're gonna put a town here. Put a town here. We're gonna put a town there. Wow, these towns are god-awfully named. Slim Crag? That sounds like a medical condition. Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna name this, Stone, because there's a stone factory. Stoneton. No, that's dumb. Post in the chat if you want a town named after where you grew up, or something. I don't know. Let's name this, well, it's pretty far north, so North Stony Baloney. There we go. Greed Gorge is going to be named Shadow of the Valley, because that's my favorite song from Fallout New Vegas, the one that's like, in the shadow of the valley I would like to settle down, like that one. It's a great tune. And yes, I sing. That probably wasn't very good, but who gives a shit? It's on a stream. If I wanted to sing well on stream, it would be a stream about that. Dry Mesa. Let's name it, let's name it, well, we already have Golden Goose, so I was going to name it Golden Rock, which is a much better name. Let's call it, Mountain Circle. Alright, fine, whatever. Whatever. It's like, yeah, one day I'll do like a barbershop quartet thing where I like make barbershop tags and stuff. And that's going to be, I honestly really wanted to do that, but I couldn't figure out how to get the audio to work on my Mac, so I ended up scrapping that idea. Okay, so now we have more plans. So West Haven, I was right in doing this, and I already screwed up because I was like, we need 6 tracks in this railroad station. And then I was like, no, there's only going to be 4 trains coming in. And now already I realize there's going to be 6 trains coming through because we're going to have the West Haven main line going all the way down here, the West Haven commuter, which goes there. Then there's going to be the Golden Goose, Springwell, Mountain Circle to connect these 3. And then there's going to be, let's see, there's going to be Springwolf, Springwell, passes through Golden Goose and West Haven. That's going to be an East Haven railroad train. Then there's going to be East Haven, Deep Castle, West Haven. And there's already 2 South Haven, so 2 plus 2 equals 6. So we're going to keep configuring. You see how, like, it's very difficult to, like, plan in advance, because, like, you're like, oh, I need to change this thing, and then it's like, oh, it's too late, you already blew it, you bungled it, what are you going to do? Alright, congratulations, West Haven, you are now officially the largest passenger station on the map currently. We have no trains, or no, oh, Lord, what is going on here? We don't need that. Why is there a depot here? Get out of here. Oh, that was from last episode where I couldn't figure out the thing. Okay, so, signal. Signal. And then, we'll continue the line. Wait, why did I just do that? That's not how it goes. This is going to be the golden, mountain. Oh, we got some bots. Let's slash ban NB cool dude 119. Goodbye. Slash ban op tor nag dog R 496. They really make it so like it's oh thank you. You get yeah, you got my back. Got my yeah. It's still the morning. I haven't like figured out how to talk, but honestly, I'm starting to like, you know, I started doing that thing where, like, I'll say a sentence and I'll just kind of, like, George Bush it, and now I'm just, like, doing that, and, like, I really hope, like, it doesn't translate to how I talk in real life, but I don't know, it's a, wow, that was actually a legitimate word salad. It's a shtick. I am performing for you. Oh, no, that's all right, Juice, I know you're like doing your thing. It's alright, Mountain Circle. Okay, so for Mountain Circle, we have Golden Goose, Springwell, Mountain Circle. Then we have West Haven, Mountain Circle, Shadow of the Valley, North Stony, Bologna. That's gonna. I'm keeping that. And then back. So we need 1, 2, 3 tracks here. 3, please. Perfect. But what about our houses, the residents of Mountain Circle say? You just, like, demolished our town right down the middle. It's for the steam locomotives, says the West Haven Railroad Company. That's the... No. I like the bridge over the station deal we got, but not that bridge. Not that one, because... Okay. Alright. You want to play that game? We'll play a game similar or adjacent to that game. Please. Okay. Up. Over. Then. No pillars. No, let's make it official. Yeah, metal bridge. This is a civilized land. We use steel here. Then we need the red. We also need to curve the road so it doesn't look like dog shit. Then we come down here. That still looks like dog shit. This is a mature audience's stream, by the way, so if you... I don't like it when people swear in games about trains. Well, oopie. Someone has to. Somebody has to be that guy. And who better than me? Why did it do it the first time and then not the second time? Okay, go across. Go over here. You're spending too long building the stupid bridge. Trust me, I know. After a certain point, you just have to be like, you know what? It's done, and it's lumpy, but it's a road, and nobody cares about street infrastructure. Wow. Ugh, that's disgusting. I'm sorry, we have to do it again. We have to make this look good, or like, I'm not gonna be able to move on from this. Wait, what? What? You did it perfectly. Oh my god, wow. I'm talking to the game. Left to my own devices, it would not have been so simple. Connect the track. The West Haven Railroad is now flourishing, and I think the title of this episode is going to be the West Haven Railroad. The story of the River Delta is one of great mystery. Like, where did the River Delta come from? What region of the world is it in? Who is actually in charge of the railroad system and the transportation? Well, what I can say is based on I play every game like it's an RPG, and the River Delta was completely bought by a transportation company. There were people living there who obviously needed to get around, but they had roads, but no equipment able to construct them until the whatever we'll call this fictional company. Oh wait, where's Shadow of the Valley? Okay, so Shadow of the Valley only needs 2 tracks, and we're going this way. This is going to be a real scenic route, and I'm stoked for that. Nice little cut through the canyon. When we get the super fast trains running through here, it's gonna be a real cool thing. What's going on here? Dumb road. We don't need that dumb road. Roads are for babies. We use trains here. Okay, North Stony Baloney. Station, please. 2 tracks. Perfect. Also, you'll notice I did not put goods requirements, because if I'm gonna add a town, I'm gonna leave it blank until I'm like, oh, what's the balance of the game look like? You know, what are the industries producing more of or less of? And like, you know, eventually I'll probably just make like everything like way bigger during like the 40s, because that's when everything just like exploded industrially. Okay, Springwell is a 3-track station, and also, well, we're not going to Hamden yet, so we're just going to put down the 3 tracks and we're just going to leave it for now. Okay. No, we don't need 3 tracks. Why do we need 3 tracks? East Haven. That's why. The railroad that doesn't exist yet, that I'm already... what's it called? I'm manifesting it into existence. I'm using my power to... I'm gonna stop. The great... This is like the wall from Game of Thrones. Holy shit. That's awesome. Oh man, you know, usually I'd be like, oh, that's not good, but we're keeping it, because that's an aesthetic right there. It's an aesthetic. It's aesthetic. Remember that, where that dude was like, dude, you can't define aesthetic. It's just like, you know what it is. It's aesthetic, and then there's like aesthetic, and that means 2 entirely different things, and it's like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like, what? Like, I really hope that's not the dude who, like, died recently, because then I'd feel bad, but... Okay, stations do not need signals, because the station is a giant signal block, apparently, in these games, and I learned that very recently, and because I was putting signals on both sides of the stations like it is in real life, and I was like, you don't need to do that, and I was like, oh, well, that's what I have to say about that. Okay, crossover, please. These are commuter trains, so just like the MBTA, they wait for the more important freight and passenger trains. Thanks, Amtrak. You know what I'm gonna do when we hit 1967, or when there's like when there was a real life railroad merger, what I'm gonna try to do is make it semi-reasonable that the railroads of this world merged as well. So we're gonna get you know, your like Penn Central, and also, what am I doing? Oh, okay, I'm doing the right thing. That's what they all say, isn't it? No, don't do a bridge. Bridges are bad. No, they're not. I love bridges. I love me a good bridge. My grandparents used to have all of their their friends over, and they'd play a game called Bridge, and I had no idea how to play it, and I mean, well, I wasn't invited because I was like 10, but we're 8 times your age. you can't, like, hang with us. We were born before World War II. And that to me is crazy that they're, like, sometimes I look back on historical events. Signals next to the station, unless they are one way in and out, will mess stuff up in a hurry. That is very true. Because the train will get confused and it'll be like, but I'm already in a signal block. And then it'll inch forward and it'll stop. And then it'll be like, yeah, I'm in a different signal block. And, yeah. In Transport Fever 3, they need to add new game mechanics, I think, and one of those needs to be the ability to uncouple trains, switch locomotives, shunt cars around, that sort of thing. There are people who want to put timetables in, and you'll notice I have this little timetable mod down here. You go to lines and you click bus, and you can do timetable, arrival, departure on bunch. I don't know how to use this mod, and the last time I tried to use it, I broke the game, and I can't uninstall it. Like, literally, the train was just like, I'm just gonna wait here in the station, and I'm not gonna do anything because there's a train right behind me, and it's waiting, and I'm a little shit. So, with that said, I don't know how to use that mod, and I really hope that they don't implement that into the game, because if they do, I will lose my mind, because that's not the type of game I like to play. I don't like, like, I'm okay with micromanaging certain things, but, it's like, some stuff just doesn't need that. Okay. No, please don't. Okay, Springwell coming out. Golden Goose. Golden Goose coming in. Yeah, Golden Goose going out is track 1. Yep, there you go. You're fixed. Now we need a new line, and we're going to eventually, I'm going to do this off stream, but we're going to, West Haven Railroad, Pax, Valleycom. I'm also going to name a bunch of railroad, lines, so they're not just, this is Pax, like, Oh, I always hate having to restart a map. Merton Esper, that's, also, I promised myself I'd do this because I've been watching my streams over again on YouTube, and it just sounds like I'm, like, saying gibberish to people, like I'm just, like answering questions that to a YouTube viewer were never asked. So what I'm gonna do is, oops, that's not the right way. West Haven. Then back. So I'm going to say what people say and repeat it back to them, and then I'm going to answer the question. Merton Esper says, I was kind of expecting it. The map wasn't really a very promising map to begin with. That is why I exclusively only play custom maps, and I meticulously design them so that I know it's going to work, because if it doesn't work, it's not fun. And that's like kind of a golden rule, like if you can't play the game, it's like not fun. Okay. This will be the third passenger in. I'm going to connect you right up to the bridge. How does this look? Does this look atrocious? Surprisingly not. Bridge pillar collision. Get out of town, Buster Brown. Alright, let's switch over. Yeah, this game is, I don't know, it's the best of its class, that's for sure. Like, I don't think I know another game that I not only enjoy playing, but has, like, the modding community backing it, and, like, all of the different, ways to play, and, like, because, like, to me, every game is an RPG, and every game is also Minecraft. It's like, I just like building. I like making things look nice. I think it's because I'm a very messy person in real life. So in the virtual world, oh, excuse me, I'm hiccuping because I just chugged like a pickle jar's worth of coffee. I think because in real life I'm like a messy person. So in the virtual world, I like to keep things nice and tidy. Mert Nesper says, I switched up to Eco for a bit. Is that I don't know what that is. Is that a different game? I have a very small games library. I have, like, Transport Fever, Fallout New Vegas, War Thunder, and, like, those are pretty much all I'm playing right now until I, like, find something that really, you know, I almost said tickles my biscuits. Nobody wants that. Oh, my God. Okay, anyway. West Haven Locomotive Works. Time. We're going to do a train depot. I really did miss out on an opportunity to make another broad gauge railroad, but those are going to be out by 1894. The only thing is right now they're the best trains that we have, funny enough. Like the ones that are going to be most obsolete because track gauge problems are... Okay, straight, please. Alright, close enough. If it's close enough for Jazz, it's close enough for me. And then we're going to bring this out here, and then this is going to be a big, complex woofer. Okay, then why don't we do this first? We're going to bring this out. Yes, cool. And then double slip, double slip, double slip. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you very much. As Elvis Presley says. If you guys like Elvis, you would very much like Eilert Pilarm. He is a Swedish Elvis impersonator who sounds nothing like Elvis and looks nothing like Elvis. And, you know, like, it's just an experience. Like, you must look it up. Eilert Pilarm. Is this spaghetti? Why does it need that track? That's dumb. Okay. That is spaghetti. Okay. Now, fan them out. West Haven's gonna get adventurous with their yard because they have rapid plans of expansion, and I think I'm gonna decorate as such. Okay, there we go. Now a 1-2 party in the county Yale. I'm Mr. Wacky. I think Mr. Wacky and Eilert Pilarm should do a collaboration. I would pay to see that. Not only would I pay to see it, I'd pay to make it happen. Ooh. Ooh, I'm good. Look at that. Ooh. Please work. I think I'm only gonna decorate like once every few streams because, like, honestly, this is fine. We don't need more. We don't need more of that. All right, let's put some Lokis. Lots of trains. Did anybody who's in the chat ever watch lots and lots of trains when they were a kid? Because I did. but I only had Volume 2, and I've never seen Volume 1, nor been able to find it anywhere, because it's a VCR tape from, like, the 90s. Like, it's so old that the Southern Pacific Railroad was still in operation when those came out. And if that doesn't date it, I don't know what does. Okay, what do we got? Oh, whoa, what do we got here? We got some Newman. H.O. Reiterstellwerk Stuttgart. I don't know what that means, but also I know there is a huge European audience for this game. You're gonna very much dislike my pronunciations of certain words. Okay. You know what? I think we actually... No, not that. Bad. Small delete, please. There we go. But not in the right place, so we're going to do this. The game's paused. Who cares? Alright. Where are you? Where were you? I never remember where any of these things are. Okay, here we go. How many tracks do we need? 4, and what's this, 60 meters? I'm American, I don't know what a meter is. My friends and I were messing around on chess.com last night, and we did a little tournament, and somebody posted in the chat, how many can there be? And you know, we were like, what? And it was like 1, 2, 3, 4. Nobody knows. What did I just do? Oh, that's silly baloney. Tricks are for rabbits. That's probably a little far from where you'd put the actual switch station, but also, I feel like you'd want to put it on the other side, question mark. No questions. The West Haven Railroad declined to comment on its placement of the signal house. Assets. Not houses. What's this? What do we want? No, why don't we put this here? Put this. Oof, I wanted to use the non-collision version. And then, can we do this? We can. We can't do that, so we're not going to. Alright. Road into the locomotive works here. Make a little... Whoops. Make a little, I wish you could, like, paint roads. That would be a really cool feature. Little, thing, and then... Are we gonna do the line the whole thing with fences? No, because that's a little too modern. All these are like modern buildings, but I'm not too worried about it, though. Is there really no way to cross over the... There we go. We haven't had too many grade crossings yet, so I'm amazed that the two that we do have are like pretty neat. Alright. Oh, not the vehicle asset builder. God, no. Never. Unless... Hang on. What's this? Liverpool Crampton. Unfamiliar with that. Okay, tank cars, because you'll see. Yeah, I just, I play this game to relax, and, if you enjoy the commentary, that's a plus. Let's put like a, one of these guys. What's a Wolverton? What's that like? Oh, that's an 060. Let's put that. Now, let's, whoa. Wow. These are green, but we want blue. We don't want green. Oh, those are narrow gauge. Can't even use those. Well, this is like way before the correct time period, but it'll last. Especially if we actually end up using these Coronation Scots. Did I just break my own rules? Oh, yeah. Which one is the blue one? Here we go. Were there this many Jupiter locomotives made? No, there was only one, but it's more for the aesthetic than the functionality. I wish I could just like spam tank cars. Actually, I probably can. Let's do box cars next, and then we'll go boom, boom, boom. I just don't want them to be clipping into each other. That's the only thing. Oh, that's on a track. It's fine. That doesn't look that good, but... I actually want to run some trains. So the reason why we did this is because we need to run trains. And we'll decorate later, don't worry. What is fast? What can the Jupiter actually do? 76... Compared to the Virginian Truckee, it can't do anything. How about the Eureka? That's what we have running on it now. What about the... Do we have anything that can outmatch that? The Adams Radial. Maybe. And this, but I don't like how that looked when we painted it. I'm worried about the Adams Radial getting painted as well. So we'll go with what we know. We'll use the Eureka and passenger, please. We're going to need 2 clerestories. And then 3, 6. Whew, lots of trains. Okay, 44. What were we at last time? We were at 25, really? All right, West Haven Railroad, number 44, 26. Uh, 29. You might be asking yourself, what happens when you hit 100, if you ever do hit 100? Well, the number either goes up to 45, or it resets if there's already a 4,500 class. Oh, number 4, no. 1, 2, 3. On the... Wait a second, we didn't do the lines. Yes, we did. What? Huh? Did we just not name them? Oh, okay. It's just a weird green color for some reason. Okay, now you 3, we do need to make a new line from Golden Goose, Springwell, Golden Goose, Mount Circle. This is going to be a little hairy. Especially because I messed it up. This doesn't go here. This is supposed to go in there. Then, yeah. Like so. Terminals, line 1, please go into terminal 3. Please go into terminal 3. And now we need to very clearly rename it to West Haven Railroad, PAX, GG.com. It's not a bad name for it. Let's rail fan. I'm gonna mute my mic for a sec. Instead of rail fanning, I think it might be more interesting if we ride on board. Thank you, autosave, for coming in clutch. Sorry about that, I accidentally hit the space bar. Nick McCauley, 48th, how are you doing? Good to see you again. Currently, we are on the scenic round the mountain West Haven Railroad passenger line. We've just connected 3 trains to the town of Springwell, which is one of the most northern towns on the map. Once we finish this train ride, we're going to be building the bus routes in all the different towns, maybe some trams. But yeah. Oh, this is a great line. Yeah, I'm really happy with this. Groningen does have, well, it has the most bus routes. Whether they're actually working or not is yet to be seen. That's a new habit. I'm trying to form this new habit where, like, when there's somebody in the chat, I'm going to repeat back what they said and then answer it, because I was watching my streams and, like, it sounded like I was just talking to nobody, like, you know, people who weren't there, and that's a little, it's a little weird. Don't mind that, you're doing great. Well, thank you. No, I'm like the least concerned with being weird. You know, I have accepted I am a weird dude, and that is okay. Watch my Fallout New Vegas highlights and you will see my sense of humor. Coming into North Stony Baloney. And for the non-English speakers, you pronounce baloney B-A-L-O-N-G-N-A as baloney, because that's a word that we co-opted into English. Going over a bit of track I like to call the Great Wall now. Just because it is literally just a massive wall of stone. Got some other train activity, that's good. And I believe this is it. I think we're in Springwell now. The West Haven Railroad really likes their Eureka type engines. In the canon of this world, I think that's like a D2. Alright, we made it. Time to make some buses. That's going to be a nice little highlight. Bus station. Springwell. Is that a bus or a tram town? Let's make it a tram town. Streets. Oh no. Electric, please, because those are coming soon. Oh, this is going to be a big route. Alright. Buildings. Put a bus stop on every corner. Such is the way, except this one, because this one's not good. This one might seem redundant, but you'd be surprised. And maybe I would be surprised. Do we need that many? No. 4 should be enough for now. Notice how I'm not numbering the trams. It's because I'm not a psychopath. Springwell, tram 1. I should say not a psychopath, but I'm not a masochist. Oh, that's right. That's what I forgot to do. Boom. Very high. Oh, not manage line. Manage vehicle, please. You already, no, you need that. And then you two. New line. And boom. Oh, which way is the other one going? It's that way, so this one's going this way. These are nice colors. Springwell tram 2. The cool thing about this game is if you set the colors now, every time you replace the tram, they're going to stay these colors. It doesn't work with trains for some reason, but for trams and buses and trucks, it does work. Oh, nice trains. Okay, cool. That's Springwell. North Stony Baloney is definitely a bus town because they're too busy smoking the marijuana, so they can't. They're spending most of their town's budget on that, so they can't afford the more expensive trams. So horse-drawn carriages, it shall be. Merton Esper says, I seem to prefer trams over buses. I agree with that. I like to mix it up because, it's like when you follow the real fun that I find in Transport Fever is when the route is actually done and you can follow the different people around to where they go and see all the places that is that right? Yeah. That they go, and like it's like, oh, I'm taking a tram this time. Oh, sweet, I'm taking a bus this time. And Stony Baloney. Then bus 1. New line, please. And oh no, I bungled that. Oh, I bungled that fierce. MSB bus 2. Alright, let's check bus 1 because I messed it up. Or did I? No, I didn't. What? Yeah, I did. Washington Street comes last. Alright, give me 8 of these. First ones are purple. They go on the NSB bus 1. That's not the right purple, but and then the next ones are pink, and they go on NSB bus 2. And they get full maintenance because we have $1,000,000, so we don't need to worry about profits anymore. I mean, we didn't before, but okay, that's good. Let's maintain. Anything on normal? Yes, these. Alright, Shadow of the Valley. This is definitely going to be a bus town because something about it just screams out west. And, what am I doing? Why am I putting that there? And I just think horse-drawn carriages for now at least, suit the town better. I was surprised to learn that Wyoming has a decent public transit system. They don't have any rail. In fact, I don't even think Amtrak goes out there, but, that good? Yeah. Oh, that's a truck stop. Boo! Shadow Valley bus. New line. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, lost it. S. No. What? All. Shadow Valley bus 2. You know what I might do at some point, just for shits and giggles, is I might play the Fallout New Vegas Transport Fever map, because it's absurd. Like, it's probably the biggest Transport Fever map I've ever seen. Like, because it's not just the Fallout New Vegas map, it's like the entire Fallout universe in the West Coast in one map. And for those who were confused why I'm bringing that up, the Shadow of the Valley is a reference to... Oh, I bungled this one fierce. Alright. There we go. Alright. Last one. Mountain Circle. This one's going to be interesting because the station isn't even connected to the street. Wow, okay, no. Land. No. Terrain tools. We're gonna flatten this. Then, we're gonna put down the street. Oh, it did it for me. Didn't even have to do a damn thing. Okay, buildings. We can't fit one of those big guys up there, so we're gonna put this. We're gonna come down here. We're gonna put one there, and we're gonna come all the way over the bridge, and then we're gonna put one here. Put one here. Then we're gonna get funky. Are you ready to get funky? Cause oof. I feel like I'm missing opportunities to use these other passenger buildings. How does that look? Now let's do this, right? Boom. Then we knock this out. And then we put this guy here. That station is too big for this little dinky. So stone it is, but... Oh no. But yeah, that's fine if this is over here, right? Then we need the tiny street. To come on down. Then yoink. And then bus. And then boom. Then here. So now, whoa, that's a bus route if I ever saw one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're gonna need 5 on each line. Alright, what is this? What town even is this? Mountain Circle. MC Bus 1. Then new line going the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? No. 9, 10. I don't know how to count. 11. MC Bus 2. I'm a musician and I don't even know how to count. What's going on? I can count to 7, and that's as far as I'll go. If you make me count any more, I won't do it. Orange. Oh god, what is this town? Mountain Circle, bus 1. This one's yellow. Mountain Circle, bus 2. I don't know, like, I just kind of pick vehicles based on how I feel, which is probably not a good idea, but, this feels like a L'Aubusson. Mountain Circle seems to be a place of culture. After all, they did build this bridge over their train station. Okay, so, any immediate problems that I see? No. So we should be good. Should we go onto the oil line? Or should we bring goods to Winterway? Winterway is making a big move doing this. We actually don't have plastic. No, we do have plastic being delivered. It's just not going anywhere because the shipment is bad. So, we do need to deliver goods. So, guess what's happening now? That is correct. Alright, we're just going to use up all of these tracks. And we're going to fix it when it breaks later. So, whoa, no. No way, that's... This needs to be, like, in parallel with this up to this point. It needs to come down here, cross over. Does that look bad? Yes, it does. Or, iron ore. We can come over here. Put a signal there. You see why I said this place is going to be a nightmare, because I know for a fact eventually we're going to tear all of this down and redo it. And I'm guessing that's going to happen in like 1910 or so. Oh, please do it. Yes! No, it looks bad. Alright, do it again. Why is that? Okay, that's passable. But now it's Lumpy. And you know how I feel about Lumpy. I don't like Lumpy. He's my least favorite of the 7 dwarves. Why is this even a double track? This seems like it's gonna clog up later. Oh, we got just a car that I'm not even gonna use. Okay, great. Okay, so now this is connected to the main line. It's gonna come over the bridge. I am going to need you to come down the steel route. Oh, Lord. Okay. What goes through here? Oh, yeah, this is for Nick McCauley, the 48th. We actually added a new train to Groningen. So now we have the largest train possible and the smallest train possible, both going to the same town. Look at him go. He's a little guy. I don't even think Nick McCauley's in the chat. Oh, well. Well, if he watches this later, he will see. Okay. Yeah, this is where I was starting to get a little bugged out, because we need to get this. Canyon Valley does not need goods, but I think I've actually figured out how to do this. So we're going to put in a double track here. And this is going to be like Winterway's through way. Also, Conmats are going to be coming from the other way, so we need to do this eventually. And then oh, I was wondering where this train was. I was like watching the stream and I was like, we haven't seen our little backwards guy so graciously protecting the crew of the train. And this is a dead end, so we don't need to worry about that. Then through. God, what a busy section of railroad this is. I think we'll do Canyon Valley to the hub first, because I think that's going to be partially challenging. Okay, we do need this. We need this to meet here. And see, now we're already starting to see the busyness. Like, this is going to be a bottleneck with a capital beer. Okay, bridge. Let's not do that. Let's do stone. Is this going to be West Haven, or is it going to be Winterway? That's a good question. Which town is it operating out of? West Haven to Winterway. But it almost makes more sense for it to be a Winterway train, because it's delivering to Winterway. I don't know what the rules are. It all depends on... It depends partially on what town is it operating out of and how much territory does it cross through the other railroad. Like, if this were a real railroad, would they be like, no, you're using all of our track. You can't do that. And then in that case, I did this wrong. This isn't the right junction. That is supposed to come off here. Alright, down we come. You're still connected, so disconnect. What? Oh, no, 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 no. That is not what I meant to do. Oh my god, please don't break. Please, steel train. Okay. Whew. That was damn near a woofer. Alright, tunnel. Okay, so now, Shoreport should, big should, be connected to Canyon Valley. Now, Can we fit tracks under this bridge? Can we fit 2? Now we're in Winter White, by the way. Buildings. We'll do the 2-track guy. Wow, it's so hilly and there's water everywhere. Oh my lord. Okay, good night. That's not good. I don't like that. Okay. You got a little frozen lake. Conmats come to Winter White. We can honestly make that a truck route, or no, we're gonna do something funky with that. For now, we'll do this, and then how do we connect? Oh, easy. Actually, if we curve this out slightly, then we can do that. Like a sickle-shaped track. It's a little lumpy. Let's try it from the other way. Can we do that? That's much better, yeah. What is happening right now? Why is it doing that? Okay, there we go. And out to the end. Then we disengage and connect there. This is going to be a cool train to ride on as well. That should be it. Except this is what's going on. Lots of tunnels in this part of the world. The signals right before the tunnel and right after it. Right before the tunnel, right after it. And here, here, and here. Oh, I remember. There was like a bum signal somewhere that I like placed, and I was like, no. And I think it was over here somewhere. Yep, here it is. Thank you, memory, for being memorable. Okay, then that's signaled, and then it is signaled all the way home. So, new line. Oh boy. Winterway Railway. Goods. Winterway. And this requires West Haven Central to Winterway. I knew it! For Winterway, please go there. There's a broken track. Gotta be. Yep, there it is. Found it. Multiple broken tracks. Apparently. Oh, now it's working. How many trains are going over this bridge now? Alright, we gotta do something about that, yeah. Generally, omnidirectionality, especially where multiple trains are concerned, is very bad. Okay, time to go back to the Winter Way Locomotive Works with their mixed gauge weird depots. Can this even get to where we're trying to get it to go? I don't think it can. If it goes through... Yeah, no, it can't. So we're gonna have to make a depot here. I'm not too, like, concerned about it. It's like, oh, you're not doing the one depot thing. Yeah, that's true. There's not much that can be done about that, though, because sometimes you just need a fucking depot for one usage and then you're done. Alright, Canyon Valley Train Depot number 2. Let's get some steam engines. Well, we need some serious firepower for these hills, so we're gonna go with the cyan double-headed gonna do 12 cars. I know that's like cheesecake for these two engines. Well, it should be, but 28 kilometers on a high grade, sure. And we'll do 3, not 2, 3, and we'll do some research. What number are we at? 2830. Really? I don't see any 31s. So which way railroad number? 2831. Way railroad number 2832. I do think it's wild that, like, there are very many almost as many like 440 types, like the 4400s, but they're split out between like 5 different classes of engine. And there are just 31 L1 280s. Speaking of, let's take a ride. And I'll mute my mic so we get a nice highlight. To our right, we can see steel train and what looks to be the northern coal train passing each other. I'm sure at the top of this hill we will rendezvous with our steel train friend. Heading on into the tunnel. When there's tunnels that are past a certain length, what I'm going to want to do is have electric engines running. Just because, like, oh well, this one's appropriate for steam. I'm going to do ride-alongs on a bunch of different lines, and we'll see how it feels. There's the steel train again. I actually think it's going to beat us to the signal. I'm going to put a signal tower there because that would look really nice. Just pausing here, waiting for this train ahead of us to clear the next block. Shouldn't be too long. Let's have a look around. There's a couple. Looks like the freight tram is falling real close behind its passenger counterpart. Hopefully dropping off plenty of food to Shoreport. And we are clear to proceed. There goes the Shoreport food train now. Hopefully it was carrying something when it dropped off. I think that's one of the only 440s right now in freight service. No, that's not true. That's that might be the only Virginian truckee in service for freight, but at least for now, who knows what the future holds. Crossing over a road to nowhere. And preparing for a long trek across the Canyon Gap, as we'll call it. There goes the lumber train, empty, running back to the sawmill. We rode on that one last time. Wasn't sure if we were going to make it into the next block, but we did. If we turn away, down below, we have the oil line, and we can see the plastic train in the far distance running empty back to hopefully pick up some goods. Looks like there's an oil train going into the station now. Drop off some refined oil. We got two trains coming at us on the opposite tracks. We have the South Haven Main Line passenger, or it's the Shoreport commuter. Almost full. And then a fully loaded coal train coming from the coal mine to our right, in front of us. They have a pusher on the back just because it's hard to get up the hill, even with the empty cars. And I recognize that. That's another, that's the West Haven food train. Or it's the Golden Goose food train. I think for deliveries, when you're delivering end products, it's better to have a faster locomotive for that than it is for the raw materials. Because the raw materials will always be there, so long as you're being speedy. Got a lumber train and, the very rare sight of a Midland Railroad pulling a passenger train. There's only 2 of those right now. I've been mostly using the Midlands for freight, but there you can see the town of West Haven with a West Haven passenger train unloading and loading new passengers to be brought north and westward. Plastic train diving into the tunnel head first. At a very steep angle, I might say. Ooh, squealing around a tight corner. And there's that same steel train we saw before, now making the return trip. And we made it. Okay, so we're going to rename this from West Haven Central to West Haven Hub 1, because there may be, at some point, another station next to it. Cool, so let's check and see, why is there no plastic being produced? I see why. Now there should be. Easy oversights fixed immediately. Okay, that's our first goods line. Now, we need to also potentially extend that to Purgatory Flats. But I don't know if I want to do that just yet, because that's a little more complex. We don't have this hub linked up quite yet. But since we are in the Winterway territories, I think it might not be such a bad idea to hook up... Oh, Lord, how do I even want to do this? Because if we can hit Purgatory Flats, Winterway, Canyon Valley, and South Haven with the con mats, then there's also Wide Plains. No, I think I want to get all 4 of the railroads up and running first. So that would involve connecting Springwell to Hamden via the West Haven, then extending down the East Haven Highway, as I like to call it, then up to Havenland, and then down into Winterway. That's going to be a huge project. Like, that's going to be a big one. But for now, what I'd like to see is just some progress being done with the plastic train. Because we have it hooked up now. Steel and plastic equals goods. We also have tools. What town needs tools in this area? Probably Shoptown if we're being realistic, but Deep Castle needs it. But once we cross this river, that's all East Haven. Like this is the dividing line. Like sort of like this, like down this river, that's East Haven. Except for these quarries, but that's a little semantical thing. And I do vaguely remember starting the actual East Haven Railroad in Deep Castle, which is kind of funny because it's like that's not the origin of the I mean, what we could do is we could make this and call it the Deep Castle and Eastern, and just have that be okay. So we have goods coming down, no, tools coming down, and we will eventually have, oh no, tools and machines coming down. So we could do one track, but I think we should do two. No, yeah, let's just do one for now. We'll squeeze this in here. Come over on the bridge. Bricks, please. Then, in order to avoid the sawmill, see, this is where things get complicated because we need it to come in on this track. And it's not going to play ball because it's not on that track. So we need to split this off here. Which is fine because but that means if we do this no, wait, we don't need to have them all coming out the same direction. Let's have this going out. Right. And this will go north to Springwell. And we'll have you come here. Then, same deal. Cross over before the bridge. Extend this out over the passenger line. And how will this look? How do you look? Bad. Because bridges don't cooperate. Okay, then we'll bring it down to ground level. We'll have one go straight underground. And we'll have a divergent track. Pull this over here at a sharp turn. And then wing it back around underground towards Deep Castle. That'll be a bit of a steep grade, but it's got a nice bridge, so. You know, I actually had a dream about Transport Fever last night, and this is actually what I dreamed about, was this route, like how to get it to Deep Castle. And so long as it looks good, that's all I care about. But this also will make me question what we're doing with the passenger station. So, notice we're on like this very narrow peninsula, so we need to be very conscious of space, and a 320 meter passenger station is not being conscious of space. But what is being conscious of space is going into the configurator, deleting the stoneman, coming into the passenger buildings, and we have other guys. Look at that, perfect. So I guess this is actually the beginning of the East Haven Railroad. I didn't think we'd get to this today. So, around, round, round, get around, I get around, yeah, get around, round, I get around. I'm a huge Beach Boys fan, so there may be quite a few Beach Boys references thrown about. Okay, redo this, and we're not going to use that because I like that bridge. Looks real cool. Real cool in school. I will say there are two contenders for the worst Beach Boys cover I've ever heard. The first is Hootie and the Blowfish. And if you don't know who Hootie and the Blowfish are, that's okay, because not many people know who they are for, I don't know about decent reasons, but like, actually, yeah, good reasons is too strong a word. Decent reasons is just fine, and I bungled it. Alright, yeah, same bridge type. Thank you very much. Okay, so that's connected. But, and big but, this needs to diverge earlier. This is going to be the passenger line. And we're going to come up around here and hopefully connect cleanly. And then when we come up through the signal box, we then can, no, you're not going to do it? Oh, because of that. Right. Do we, okay. No. What? How big is that thing? Oh, wait, you could just do it here. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so then we'll just retrace our steps and go back. I really would like to like open my old computer and like try to see what I did here, but like I feel like the town placement is different and the industry placement is slightly different, so it wouldn't exactly be the same. Who was the other horrible Beach Boys cover? It was like, I think it was like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and they both did covers of I Get Around, which I think is really funny. Because that's like the cool kids Beach Boys song, you know? But as much as I like their old stuff, like from the early 60s, I stand Pet Sounds a lot. Okay, I'm going to put that there, and then boom, boom, and then I'm going to need a few more signals just because there's going to be a lot of trains running. And we didn't signal the tunnel. No, we did not. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Any bum signals? No, because that doesn't go anywhere yet. Then 1, 2. Then 1, 1, 2. Alright. You know, we might just skip all the formalities and just name this the East Haven Railroad, just because it would save some time. Okay, let's do this. Let's do it. Please be green. Close enough. Hub to Deep Castle. East Haven Railroad. Tools, machines, Deep Castle. Another line. Here to here. Can you do that? Flawless. Okay. East Haven Railroad. Packs. Deep Castle. What should we call this? We should call this the Eastern. Great Eastern or whatever. Okay, you know what? We might as well do this because we're doing it. So this has 2, 3, 4. 4 for now. And if we need more, we'll add more. Okay. We'll just have this rock across like so. Not a fan of the black stone, so we'll come back around like this. Oh, what are you colliding with? Nothing? What? Oh, it's like literally colliding with the water. Damn. Because it's underground for some reason. Okay, you need to definitely come up. Yeah. Gonna go with stone. Low bridge. Everybody down. Now this is starting to look more like the original, and now I see why it did that, because of all the water. I just made like these big sweeping curves around the lake, which is cool, but that's gonna pose problems when we need to start making junctions, because the Eastern Gate, or the Eastern Gate, that's like a reference to my novel. The East Haven Railroad is going to be a monstrous layout. Like it covers ground basically from Deep Castle all the way to Brightwell. Or no, not Brightwell, but like all the way to like Winterwood. And I think the farthest south it goes is Bushford, so it's a big one. Let's see. So we've connected it. We were signaling. I'm glad this is like more of a chill sesh, than an intense one, where I'm like messing everything up and all. Okay, so we actually don't need this now. Okay, so where were we? East Haven Railroad Packs Eastern. At the station. After up Deep Castle Central, we go bing bing. Cool. Buses before we buy the trains. Always good practice to do it as such. Let's put the bus station over here. The road depot, or whatever you want to call it. As a wise man once said, there's no rules. Music isn't real. This does not need to be here. Also, this is wrong. Here. Here. No. What? Street. Do that. Lumpy. It's passable. And here. Like so. Like so. We peel it around and we do that. How lumpy is that? Yes. Okay, Deep Castle. Bus time. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Deep Castle, bus 1. New line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Deep Castle, bus 2, because I forgot to do the what's it called? Also, we're in 1883 now. Alright, what was it? It was like this color. Not quite. And then purple. Very high, please. Very high, please. Didn't get a lot of sleep last night, so if I seem a little less energetic, that is why. I thought I was getting vaxxed today, but thanks to Mr. Charlie Baker of Boston, the MBTA does not run on weekends, so I had to reschedule my vax appointment for next Tuesday, or this Tuesday, I should say. Okay, this already has its cubage done for us. So, bus stop on every street corner. This one's going to be more of a figure 8. East Haven is a big town, as designed. And then, yeah, we're going to get these guys going. I'm so excited. The East Haven Railroad is my favorite. Maybe next to the South Haven Railroad. But that's because of how many things there are to see and do while riding aboard. Actually, let's do this first. Very high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then new line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we need another stop. Still a little one. Alright, East Haven, bus 1. Then, part 2. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. East Haven, bus 2. Let's paint in pretty colors. First one is pink. The other ones are silver. Very cool. Now, we can put down a depot. Let's just put it here. away from most things and connect the track up. Let's buy some trains, guys. This train's green. Let's see. How will you do? Oh, yeah. This engine's fine. And then we'll do 1, 2, 3. This is a big route, so we'll do 5. That has a 96 capacity with 2 cars, but we can do 80 as well. Let's change it up. Let's have one of these. Just so it's interesting, you know what I mean? Okay, cool. These are the E-Class 442s. We need to find 42. So we only have 3 of them. So 42. East Haven Railroad number 4203. 4204. 4205. Oops. 4206. And 4207. I don't know why they're like upside down like that, but very high. Then East Haven Railroad Pax Eastern. Go. Very exciting. Alright, buy vehicles, please. We need more trains. So let's see what we got. How do you do? You're not very powerful. You're a little more powerful. You're a little more powerful. This is pretty damn strong. This is the strongest one, but it looks weird when you color it. So we're gonna do another one of these guys, and we're gonna go with the boxcars. These are freight trains, so they don't need to be quite as fast, but it's probably good if they're comparable. We'll do 2. What are we at? East Haven Railroad number 4208. They're just coming out swinging with the Atlantic type. 09. And you guys go on. First, high maintenance. No, we'll do high for freight and very high for passenger. Tools, machines. Shall we take a train ride? Oh, that looks kind of silly. Only sort of, though. Let's take a look at this. So this is the British Adams radial tank. As you can see, it's a 442 wheel arrangement, and it has our numbers on it, so we'll always know what it is. It was called the radial tank because I think its rear truck allowed it to go around tight curves. It was initially designed as a 440, and there were 440 variants. There were Adams 440s, but the 442 served, I think, for much longer, and just because, like, I don't know, it was just an improvement to the design. So now I think we have 4 railroads running. 4 different ones. Wow, there's already a train like all the way over there. Also, what in the goddamn... What is this? Oh, no. Alright, train ride interrupted. We'll get back to that in a moment. I mean, it looks fine from here, but it's like a roller coaster if you're coming at it from the other way. So, I'm going to pause quickly. We're going to do this, 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 this. Delete, go forward, more forward, and then cool. And then we're just gonna, please do not go down, go flat and just connect right up there. It's because this is too low, so go forward please, go forward please. And then can't see because the bridge is in the way, but let's check it now. Measure once, cut twice. Or, that's not the phrase. Okay. Now, we should be good. Let's redo our little train ride. I think the highlights of Transport Fever 2 are going to be this. And so if people, miss out on the episode, or they just don't want to watch me like faffing around building stuff, they can watch, the scenery and look at that lake. Look at this river. Look at this little thing. Yeah, a new railroad seems to be popping up every year, but it's going to be a while before we actually get like the everything fully operational, because the West Haven deals with a lot of oil. The East Haven just has a fat network. It was crazy in Transport Fever 1 because all of the different industries, you needed to deliver them all to every town. But in this game, you only need to deliver 2 to each town. So it operates slightly differently in this game. So honestly, it's probably not going to be as chaotic, and it'll probably be more neat, which is not a bad thing. If there are any new viewers, welcome to the channel. We're just taking a ride on an Adams radial tank. Or rather, we're sitting on the footboard as we rocket down the line. We are currently entering the town of Deep Castle. Waiting for the train ahead of us to clear the block. Oh, that's why. Because you're going the wrong way. Ah, wow, it did the British thing. Oopie. Deep Castle Central. Flip it around. Sorry about that, folks. Let's jump ahead. If a train stopped for too long in this game, it's a problem. Like, there's something wrong. And there's no alert while you're in this view, so you just don't know why there's a problem. Yeah, I agree. It was kind of like, that was like a super challenge to deliver every type of good to every town. It would be there is a mod out there for Transport Fever 2 where all 5 of the different good types are required to be sent to every town, and that is just ridiculous. You have tools, machines, food, construction materials, and fuel all going to all the different towns. Like, that's almost like impossible, but like, it might be cool. I imagine you'd be able to make a lot of like mixed trains and like, just have like a giant hub in the center and just have a bunch of different trains all like going to different spots with like every type of wagon and car that you can find. There goes the logging train. Sorry, I'm eating food. The lumber company will eventually be bought by the East Haven, and all of its engines and stuff will be painted a nice green. Dominating the hill at 72 kilometers. See, I still feel the speed in miles per hour, even though I know it's in kilometers. It's, I just do that so that the metric system is used, and it's, like, based in 10s instead of 12s, but I still, like, kind of imagine it as though it's in the terminology of miles and imperial metrics and all that. Slightly bumpy junction there, but it was built in a hurry. Now we're entering West Haven jurisdiction. There's the hub up there. West Haven passenger train coming by. Coming in to the yard through the town limits, which is marked by that railroad crossing. Crossing over. For some reason, that train is, Whoa. Where are we going? Oh, you are going not the right way, my friend. Okay. Well, okay, that's the end of that train ride, but... tis fine. We have one successful voyage. The slowing down sounds are a little wacky on that engine, but yeah. And look at that. Bam. Tools and machines being produced. But why no goods? Why is the plastic factory not doing what it's supposed to be doing? Now it is. And you've made money, so I don't understand. Do we need another source of plastic, or like it's not consuming steel? Because steel is going entirely into the machine factory and it has been for like a year, so we'll see what happens when this one gets dropped off. I would like it if there was more of a sliding scale for the colors. Like, I wish there was more of a maroon color. I mean, let's try to see what these would look like in more of a rose red. But see, like, this is not the color that these show up as. If we do this, that's a little better. Okay, so when South Haven trains are repainted, they will be... Alright, did that do anything? No, that's not the right thing. Okay, now it's starting to do it. Now we have goods. Cool. Hub activated. Now, okay. Now West Haven needs to come into play. We need to develop this oil line pretty much pronto. This machine's factory is completely useless. Nothing will ever be done in this corner of the map. Because there's a steel mill there, which is probably just going to bring steel in here. Or ship it the long way, all the way to Winterway, which would be money, money, money. In fact, I think that's what we'll do. We'll just have a giant East Haven circuit coming all the way to Winterway. Which is why I said earlier the East Haven Railroad is huge. So, oil. We need to bring this oil to the refinery, turn it into fuel, bring it back to Golden Goose, but also bring refined oil back to make plastic, and then shunt that plastic into the West Haven hub. Can we do it? Let's find out. So, first, goods station. We need 3 tracks, 4 tracks, because we're going to double the oil trains. 320 meters, as big as you can make it. Get both in the catchment radius. Next, drag this out. Do we want to go around the mountain or over? Well, if we do that, then no, because the iron... Oh, no, you know what? Let's do it, because it'll save construction time on the iron ore when we finally hook that up to the other steel mill. So, boom, boom, and then the third one, right? And then maybe about here, this will split off and do this. Or not exactly. No. No, you know why? You know why it shouldn't be 4, it should only be 3? Because tank cars can be loaded both directions with refined oil. And since this is an A to B point-to-point, we only need to have one train running both ways. But we do need one dedicated oil-only train, so there's just a constant flow going down through the valley. Okay, so then we come up around like so. How big is that tunnel? That's a monster. What if we canyon it? Could be cool, actually, if we do that. Especially if we covered in trees, so it doesn't look as gross. If anyone is curious, I do play other games. I have a Fallout New Vegas stream coming out, episode 11 coming out tomorrow at 7:30. And that's going to be just a barrel of laughs. It always is. That game is really fun to like role play in and just generally like mess around. And you know, me and my co-hosts that we have on there, who are part of. Actually, I'll also paraphrase with this as I build. We're forming a new YouTube channel called the Blueberry Boys, and we're going to post stream highlights and episodes that we do, because we do a lot of, me and Delris7 do a lot of games together, and so we'll be posting a lot of our like co-op stuff and even some solo stuff. Like I want to eventually move all the videos that are on YouTube over to that channel. And I think that would be really cool if we got some dual followers. Okay, that was surprisingly painless. That usually means I did something wrong. Okay, crossover. And then This can just be, there could just be a fourth track, because maybe there's oil somewhere else that we can, or we'll just put an oil field down and have that deliver here. Or whatever. Okay, now we need to be very strategic, because we're coming into the complicated hub. And I think we're going to come in on this end boy here. We're going to come out. I'm going to start across the bridge. We're going to turn off. No. Yes, maybe? Yes, we can do that. So up, up. Cross right over there. Up a little bit. No. Why is that elevated like that? Please. Okay. Yeah, just keep climbing. Keep a climbing. Then across like so. And then down, if you would. Now we have like a little short line. This doesn't need a heavy hitter for it. So I'm probably going to put like some sort of like smaller engine, like an 060 on there. Or, oh, I really did not want to come in on that side. Separate the track here. Come on out. Cool. Then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That should be enough just for 2 trains, I think. I think so. Now, we will diverge. Bring this over here. This is going to be the depot track. Come on up. Connect it up there. Diverge out here. And, oh, that's colliding, and it's bad. It's boom. Boom. Nice. Let's signal up the other one. Wait. Am I missing something? Yes, the fuel to Golden Goose. The people of Golden Goose are suffering through the fall like nobody's business. They need their fuel and they need it now. So, let's extend this line out. Diverge. Let's build the station out here. We need 2 tracks. Perfect. This will eventually expand because we're going to bring it to Hamden as well. Also via the West Haven. And then expand out that way. That's a wacky place to put a tunnel, but we'll make it work. Then straight on. Straight on. Right. Boom. And then this one is going to take a bit of a weirder route. It's going to not go. It's going to go through the tunnel. But it's going to peel off here. It's going to tunnel through this nonsense. Come on up. Sideline there. Up here. Gonna keep this like separate for as much as possible, but then once we hit the bridge, then we're going to... No, after the bridge. And then before the tunnel, then we cross over. Then, before we hit this bridge... drag it all the way. Did that work? Yes, it did. And then, boom. How do switches look with this? These actually work. That makes me happy. Oh, so many functional passenger trains. Does my heart good to see that the railway I constructed is working. What did I just delete? Okay. Oh, wrong. If you guys can all hear my Discord messages, that is not your Discord going off, it is mine. And we've hit 3 hours. Cool. Think we're gonna get the trains running on here. Do a couple train rides down into the valley and back. And then okay, so the empty trains are going to be waiting, so that's probably not as good. It's better for a full train to be waiting, at least for a little bit, than it is for a empty, because the empty train is losing money constantly. The full train might make it back eventually, especially if it's a freight. The 1800s, in my opinion, in this game are for building your route. The 1900s are for watching everything you built collapse. And then the rest of the time is just for enjoyment of all the work that you did. Cool. We've done it. Line time. We'll do the fuel, because this is orange. West Haven Railroad, fuel, Golden Goose. Then, okay, so that's boom, boom. Did it do it right? It did it right. Cool. New line. West Haven Railroad. Oil refine. And that is here to here. And this is going to be oil refine 1. I need to make that distinction. West Haven Railroad. Oil refine 2. Slightly different taxonomy, but it's gonna be, it means the same thing. So then 1, 2, right? No. What? Hang on. Did it at least do different stations up here? It did. Okay. Well, if that gets messed up, we'll... Okay. Then third is West Haven Railroad refine fuel. That is here to here. Right? Right. If we just connect this up, what happens? Nothing, which is good. Okay. Time to buy trains. So we have 4 lines, so we'll use all 4 depots. Step 1. What goes up hills best? You're better at that. You're pretty good at that. We'll just have 4 different, and do we really want 4 different engines for each one? Okay, so 2 consolidations. Then, where are the tank cars? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Then, caboose. How do you do? 24 oh, yikes. Let's put a third engine on the back. Oh boy. And then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are going to be our heavy haulers. So, first of all 3 get high maintenance. Second, we number them. 28, please. What are we at? We are at 2830. Can't be. We have to have more. I thought we just did like 28, like 30. Yeah, okay, so 2834 through 28 something. West Haven Road, number 2834. 2835. 2836. One thing I really wish Urban Games would do is take the static numbers. Yeah, Martin Esper says 1800s are pretty much survived. That is correct. But one thing I wish they would do is all of the engines that are stock, they have like numbers and letters on them, but they're not dynamic, so they don't change. So if you, like, you just have a million number 57s on your route, and that just, like, doesn't make a lot of sense, you know. Oil refine 1, go. The other 3 on oil refine 2. I put them all in the same depot. Oh well. By vehicles. Alright, these are going to be our flat route trains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to buy 2 of these. Then we need 26. What's our max here? We're at, no, not 26. 46. Okay, we are at 4607. So these are going to be West Haven Railroad number 4608. 4609. I think. Well, if we're wrong, we'll find out. Oh my god, I don't even know, like, what I, like, called this. Refined to fuel, right? Go. And we shall put a signal here. Oh, not ships. We'll put one there. Ow, yuck. Ugh. That was dissonant. Okay, now for third, we need something speedy. What's speedy? Well, I would say this, but we don't have the blue one yet, so it's 72. Adams Radial. It sounds weird though. Ah, forget it. Let's just do the Caledonian. 12. What can you do? 34 on the high hills? Sure, we'll put 3 of you on there. And now, wow, more 440s. Great. 44, 31, right? That's the highest. Alright. West Haven Railroad number 44, 32. 44, 33. So number 44, 34. These will be our fast freight engines for now. And you are going on West Haven fuel. Alright, now we can rail fan here. Not there. Not there either. Let's do this. No, I like this better. Alright, I have to use the bathroom, so I'll be right back. We're just gonna wait for this this Caledonian to run by, and I think now that we've built up these lines, I'm gonna decorate a little bit, and then I'm gonna put her to bed, at least for now. I might come back later today. I honestly, now that I'm not getting faxed, well, I am getting faxed, just not today, but I don't really have much else going on. Okay. Because this is such a heavy spot, clearly, for trains to be passing through and whatnot, I think what we're going to do is gonna put down some sidings first and foremost and plant some more trains down. I wish you could color them, but unfortunately you can't. And then we'll put a this will be like an East Haven, like, water train that's, oh, those couplers do not match up. Oh, well. Just waiting to, deliver water to whoever it needs. Alright, now we need to put some, let's put some cranes down. Platform, please. On the side of the track would be nice. Okay, that's clearly not gonna function the way we want it to, so here we go, signal box. And then yeah, let's see. Oh, you know what? Instead of the Adams radial, with this guy, because it's colorless. Well, it's black, but I mean, sure, I guess objectively black is not a color or whatever, but what do we got? Someone's got a little farmhouse. Look at that. Ah. Put one of these here, and then we'll put another one up over in this spot. Right. Yeah, good enough. From a distance, it'll look fine. Then, we'll put this, like, big administrative building. Now, the thing that really made the locomotive works pop in the other area was the fact that I painted it like this kind of like gravel color. So we'll do that. Grass gravel. Yikes, that does not look that good. What is it? Scree? I don't know what scree is. Let's do it again though. It looked kind of cool. We need something like darker. Dark gravel. There we go, yeah. Even just that, you know, it works. But we need that coal thing. What is this? Oh! Oh, it's like a coaling stage. I see. We don't really have enough room to put that down, so we'll, uh-oh. Oh my god. Here we are. One here. One here. One here. And we'll put another one there. Oh, and one here, of course. As well as, if we can find it, oh yeah, then there's like this weird building that I always want to put down, but I never know where, so we'll put it here. Then, where's that water tower? Whoa. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, that looks a little weird, but... Okay, I don't want that. Thank you, though. This is to refuel our steam friends. Alright. Pretty good look, I'd say. Not as decorative as some of our other locations. Hey, Juice, how's it going? So I was in the bathroom, I think, when you messaged me. I was just rail fanning a little bit. Just decorating the new West Haven locomotive works, because now we have trains that won't appear for another 60 years parked awaiting deployment. We have officially connected. Oh yeah, let's check out this oil line. How are we doing? Carrying 0 on board. Nice. But it's rolling. So basically, I don't know if you caught this, but the oil gets brought from up here down here, where it gets split in a refined oil that will go onto the fuel line and be delivered to Golden Goose, but will also be brought back up to be made into plastic. And for some reason the plastic line is not working. Oh wait, yes it is. It's just being a silly banana. Yeah, so this train has some refined oil on it, but it brought the crude all the way down the hill, and well, we have like 6 trains running that circuit. Goods Hub is up and running for the most part. There's something wrong with it, but why 0 production? What are you doing? Okay, so we need to get more refined oil in there, eventually. There's also a ton over here. Can be made into plastic. Then that plastic can be brought up the Winterway route to the hub. Oh man, that's a tomorrow thing. I don't know, just pick a train and we'll take a ride on it, and that'll be the way we end for now. I might come back later tonight, but I'm just craving for some lunch. Well, here are all the options. We got... Alright, well those aren't even all the options. Here we go. Here are all the options that we can pick from. All perfectly categorized. Here, I'll narrow it down for you. Red, blue, or green. Or cyan. Oh yeah, I go hard with Transport Fever. I don't mess around. Red, okay. Okay, so this will narrow it down. Okay, now, passenger or freight? Passenger will probably be fun, but freight is also fun. Passenger? Okay. So now we're down to 3 options. We have the, let's see, what's this? This is the Shoreport Canyon Valley. So this is the, Canyon Runner. Then we have the, oh wait. Oh, I didn't want to do that. The train that runs to Aldale. I don't know what this one's called. Let's call this the, we'll call this one the Haven. And then the main line. So there's 4 options, I think. Let's do the Canyon Runner. I'm gonna try to find one that's like at the very beginning of its route. Oh no, that's not it. Where's the Canyon Runner? You're going to Shoreport. Okay, perfect. We got it. Found it. Oh, here comes the new West Haven train. Or East Haven train. So we're just leaving the town of West Haven, which is the farthest north the passenger lines can go. So we're basically experiencing the South Haven Railroad as it was meant to be experienced, the journey south. We're passing the Collier and Sons coal mine. I'll be the tour guide as we do this. That brings coal to the Aldale Steel Mill. Got some engines waiting to be used to shunt some coal cars around, even though those are just decoration. Passing us now is the lumber train heading for the West Haven hub. And now we're crossing over the Grand Canyon Bridge. I'm calling it the Grand Canyon because fucking look at it, it's huge. Down there we can see all the oil trains racing each other. And passing us now is one of the food trains heading for either West Haven or Golden Goose, which is probably going to be renamed Golden Rock because that's such a cooler name for a town. Down there is the South Haven's oil refinery, or at least the one that's serviced by the South Haven. And for some reason, there's an East Haven passenger train here, and it's not supposed to be there, so I guess it found a way to turn itself around. Another food train passing us by, I think. And in we come to Shoreport. To me, Shoreport represents like kind of the decision-making point. Like, where in the world are you trying to go? Are you trying to go north? Or are you trying to go south, east, west? Like, well, there is no more west farther. But this is like the westernmost point, and you can go, like from here, you can go to any of the hubs. Like you can go to Winterway, you can go to West Haven, or you can go to South Haven. But we are going via the Canyon Runner, so we're going to Canyon Valley next. And racing around the corner is the Shoreport food train. And a lumber train. This really is the era of the 440. This is the diverging track heading downwards into the canyon. Or into the valley, rather. We're out of the canyon, and this is more of like the... This land has been eroded by time and by all the water, which now rests at the bottom. Which makes it very hilly, but also very, very interesting. Down on our left here, we can see a view of the steel mill, and activity as a steel train struggles to make it up the hill. Iron ore and coal trains running empty and full to deliver their wares to the steel mill below. Passing over an iron train, waiting for the clearance. And autosave. This is the South Haven's Canyon Valley North Tunnel. I have to slow down at the bottom of the hill due to the sharp curve into the station. It's all quiet in the valley. We are the only activity so far. Starting off, heading for Winterway now. The narrow gauge depot there is owned by the Canyon Valley and Groningen Railroad, which built their own engines on site instead of calling the South Haven or West Haven Locomotive Works because it was too far away. In the far distance, we see the Winterway plastic train, or goods train, I think, running empty back to the hub. Passing by another canyon runner. And in we go into the Winterway County. Well, here we are, Winterway. Don't remember whether this is the one that carries on or turns around. It does. Now we're off to Purgatory Flats, which will be the last stop. Entering the dual gauge track shared by the Winterway's broad gauge railroad. Realistically, there would still be track over there, but there's just a glitch with the textures. And back on 4 foot 8.5 inch for the rest of the way. Now that definitely is another canyon runner. When we have more locomotive variety, I'm definitely going to have each line run by a different type of train, so they're very distinctive. And there goes a broad gauge. I was hoping we'd see one. And in we come to Purgatory Flats. Well, everybody, this has been a lot of fun. I'm glad we got to do almost 4 hours, but I think I'll be back later tonight, and we will do 1884 and build some more. That rhymed. But yes, as we pull out of the station with our trusty Virginian truckee, number 4410, the 10th 440 constructed for the River Delta Railway, I bid you all farewell and thank you for watching. We will be back.